everyone, welcome to In the Studio with Dennis Sheehan. Today we're going to do a little experimenting. I have a little bit of a smaller canvas today. Still getting low on canvases. Can't seem to get that stock up to date. So we're going to experiment. You've heard of Studio Incaminati? This is Studio Experimenti, because that's what we do here. I really do like to just take my darks. It just simply is a matter of lights and darks, strong chroma, bright, and low chroma, dull, with shapes. That's all it really is. It's totally abstract at its roots. So think like that. Don't think about trees, and don't think about streams, and don't think about woods and flowers and mountains and skies and clouds. Think about shapes, and we want the abstraction underlying all great paintings. If you want to raise the level of your work, I hope I'm in range of this whole thing. You want to increase the fine art aspect. It's not how well you can paint a tree. It's the breadth of the entire vision that you're trying to present to the world, which should be intuitive, should come from within. Because everybody knows what trees look like. Why render just a tree or some rocks and a mountain? We already have that in the world right now. We have more than enough of those. So don't just render those. Interpret those. Edit those. Find out how you respond to those. Look at this. Now I don't even know what I'm doing, nor do I care. I just know this. Somewhere in here there's going to be a landscape. Within. The landscape within. The scene, S-C-E-N-E, and the unseen, S-E-E-N. So there's the scene, which is out there, and there's the unseen, which is behind the scene. You got all that? It remains to be seen how this is going to come out. But it's an experiment. So, and it's like I said, it's basically, for me, I've been doing these for so long, so many years, I've become simple to achieve success, or results anyway. Some of them are successful and some are just run-of-the-mill, but either way, it's an experiment. So here's my dark, red and green, that's all that is. Look at the beautiful tones within that. I'll probably zoom in for you in a minute just to show you that. So I'm just going to take that same tone with a little yellow or white or brown, maybe even the raw sienna. Just got a little terp. All I'm going to do is wipe it on like that. I'll take the oil, which is pale drying oil, and this is going to be the sky. A nice tone. I'm going to lighten it up here. There's something in the distance over there. So let's keep that distance there. And we're going to build. We're going to build this landscape little by little. Something coming up here. We're going to cover the white. Now I see things emerging. I don't know what this is going to be, but little by little, we eke out something that we just arrive at by playing around with the shapes. And, as you will see, I'm just getting a little mixture of the dark, the red and green on my brush here, and we'll just redraw some of these shapes, which now become objects, trees, like that. And if we don't want it too dark, you just touch it up, smudge it around. Let's bring this down into here. Let's go across the bottom. Let's find out what this abstraction's going to be. Get the big brush back into the dark. Fill in some of the areas here. Let's just cover this over down here. Take a little oil. We'll take a little raw sienna. I like this neutral yellowy, very yellowy touch of green foreground. And it goes into the night. Let's raise this up a little, too low. Bring it up here. Leaving some white, don't know, maybe there'll be some water in the foreground. Lighter. Just covering over the white. This is all basically neutral. Just neutral tones for now. Let's get some of that sky filled in over here. So instead of wiping it in with the Bounty, we're going to brush it in and cover over some of the bare canvas that we have here. Like that. Now with that same color, take a little oil. This is just a green, really. We can put a little more red into it or something, or a little more yellow. Lighten it up a bit is what I guess I'm saying. You see what's over there? Or maybe there's a moon back here. Let's drag this across. My evening sky back there. Study the masters. Look at all the great tonalists. Your Murphys, your Wyants, your Bruce Cranes, there's just so many of them. Let's cut in between the trees here and redraw some of those tree limbs. Sharp edges, thin, weak, soft trees, soften them down. Take a little more color and indicate more tree limbs. Do that one again. There. See that? Maybe there's one somewhere else over here. Like that. What are we going to do on the bottom here? We're going to put some water in there? Well, let's see. I'm going to get a little of the blues, mix it in with that yellowy brown. So if it gets too blue, we add a little orange. And if it gets too green, we add a little red. Now, let's put some reflective creek. Some kind of creek in here. Which way is it going to go? Is it going to go this way or this way? Or is it going to go both ways? I don't like that tree right there, so I'm going to get rid of it because it's way too in the center of the painting. So we're still experimenting, even with my knife. I can use my palette knife, and I can take that off. I can smudge it into the sky. I love these smudged trees. They just blend right into that sky. I like this better now. So, without further delay, let's take a nice neutral mid-tone, take some green, some yellow, some red, touch of blue, play around with these chromas. Want to dull that down a little more. Red and green. It's not happening. Give me that green. Let's try again. It's better. Let's bring it in here. Let's continue this downhill. Like that. I don't know what all this stuff is, but I'm just carving out a composition. And it's definitely abstract. Let's put in some trees. Let's brush in a little foliage here. Whoop! Didn't want to go that high up. Let's get rid of that right now. Where's my other brush? We want to get rid of that smudge I put in there by accident. Yeah. Let's try that. So we got to figure out this water here. Well, let's go back in with the dark. Okay, we'll take a little of that red and green. Mix up a pool of that dark. And let's redraw how this is going to go. And if I don't like where it's going, I just get a little piece of Bounty. Yeah, we'll just wipe off some of this stuff. I want it to go that way, back into where the focal point of the painting is. So I'm going to go that way. I'm going to wipe this off over here. It's not carved in stone, cement. Everything's malleable. You can move it around, play around, but when you catch a few passages that you like, whoops, polluted brush. When you have a few passages that you really like, you leave those and you move on and you find other areas that you develop. Something like that. Now the water, I think it's going to go both ways. I'm going to curve over here. I'm going to put another tree up here. And another tree over here. Like that. And then we're going to just feather over the grasses and get some textures in the foreground. And we're going to edge out that stream again, which now has a direction and a purpose. So all of this will reflect in the water, which will darken it down a hair. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'm trying to build form. Let's get a little green. I'm almost done with this painting, by the way. Let's just find a green that works here. Kind of ochre-y, orangey. And we'll just texture in the foreground grasses. That's all. So, we got the basic outline of the stream carved in there. So now we just take a little of the lighter color and we go back in with our brush and we try to redraw a little bit more of the flow and direction of this little stream of water here. like that. And we'll get a little bit more stronger green, chromatically speaking. Just a little brighter green. My eye says we could use a little bit. Especially out here in the mid-ground here, where the stream goes off into the distance. So it's a little bit wetter. The grasses are wetter, moister. And a little bit more drawing on the water. And thank everyone for joining me today. This quick little demo. Let's bring the water back here. Off over there. Re-edge that stream, a little dark. There's trees going up there, like that. I like it. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone, in the studio, and we'll see you next time. Happy painting.